Martin here. So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly my setup for getting 3 to 5 new agency clients every week and how I am fulfilling every order I get. I will spill the beans, show the complete setup. So I like to think of things as a system, like a flow chart, where you need to go from A to Z, basically. And in this case, we need a few different ingredients to achieve our goal. We need B2B leads, we need an outreach mechanism, we need fulfillment of those leads, and we need an outreach mechanism for fulfillment leads, exactly. So these are the steps we need to take to go from where we have no agency clients, basically, to where we have a lot of different agency clients. And we are also available for fulfilling those wishes that those agency clients have and getting them results, basically. So what I'm going to suggest here is that you go for local service type businesses who need more clients, basically, which is basically every local service type business there is. So we're going to go ahead and first show exactly how to get leads for B2B type businesses, actually local service type businesses. So the reason I said B2B here is that we as a business are acquiring leads from other businesses. So this is not the business to consumer step, but this is the business to business step. So I have actually created a plugin for this. If you go here, businesses, you will be able to scrape businesses, basically. By the way, you can get access to this plugin. You just send me an email or put a comment below this video, and I'll send it to you completely for free. So what it does is basically, if you put, in this case, I put arborists, which is 3 service companies, basically. And here are cities and states. And I put count 10 here, and you don't need proxies. You can scrape thousands of leads pretty quickly with this. So let's go ahead and see what it gives us. Now it's just going to scrape 10 leads for example purposes here. There we go. Spit out the CSV file. Gonna open that in OpenOffice. Just take a quick look, see what we got. We have name, category, address, phone number. These are the important ones. This is where you get basically the ability to text these people straight to their pockets. And these, since it's service type businesses, then it will be possible to reach most of the owners or decision makers just by texting to these phones. And the reason that we are using text, by the way, it is basically the easiest way for you to get started getting agencies that want your services or clients, because the thing is that if you use cold email, for example, that's going to be really hard with the deliverability. The last few years, it's just gotten harder and harder and harder for deliverability. And SMS, no one is talking about SMS. SMS is better open rate, basically 95% within 2 minutes. It's easier with deliverability. As long as you get A2P approval, your deliverability is basically guaranteed. You don't need to jump through hoops and warming up like you do with the email inboxes. Don't get me wrong, email is great. The problem is deliverability is like 90% of the battle. And that battle has gotten harder and harder and harder. Still works if you do it the right way, but for ease of use, email is not the easiest thing. It's SMS by far. And if you start out, you just want to have results quickly, right? So this is the easiest way to get started. And it's also a lot cheaper than going the ads route, which is another good way of going. But this is just the easiest, quickest, cheapest way you can get started. Anyway, so now we got basically B2B leads. The next step you want to use is, I like to think of things as a flow chart. Basically, A is where you are now and Z is where you want to go. And this is the steps we need to take. So all of these red steps we need to make green. Now we have gotten B2B leads. We made that step green. Okay, all good for that one. And we need an outreach mechanism. I will show you the one I created. I will show you other videos later exactly how to get access to this system and how to use it. The reason I have my own system and not using Go High Level is, for example, which you could use. I'm using this because recently Go High Level have changed their rules with regards to their opt-out message, where you have to have the opt-out message say a certain thing, which unfortunately makes your reply rate plummet, because you want to have an opt-out message that looks like a casual opt-out message, not like a robo SMS message. Because if people see an SMS that they think are sent by an AI or a computer, then that will just kill deliverability and kill the reply rate. So in this case, what I'm using is my own setup with TextGrid integrated. So basically this setup is dripping SMS as to the TextGrid setup, where TextGrid is the place I have A2P approval, and everything is running through this dashboard, basically. So you're using this, and here you will basically set up all your campaigns and exactly what the first message is. You will also have an AI reply system, basically, where it replies automatically to move the client forward with the goal of getting them on a trial to test your leads, basically. And that's the easiest way to get clients when you don't have any case studies, nothing. Basically, what you say is, I can send you some for free, or you have to try them. And if they want to try them, you give them a few for free. And then after 1 or 2 days, you move that into a pay-per-lead type of deal. So now, next step. For this video now, I'm only gonna show this part of it. So let's call that green for now. You need fulfillment leads. What is that? In this case, we have service type businesses, and they usually sell their services. In this case, it's arborists, 3 service companies in the United States. They usually sell their services to homeowners. So in this case, we're going to get numbers for homeowners. And the same plugin is used for that. You just need to head over to propwire.com. You need to create an account and you need to log in. Doesn't cost anything to do. And then you go to homeowners, this tab, and then you put in the city and the state and how many, and then you press export. So I'm gonna just put Atlanta, any search. You can just put any search just to get this. And then we're going to put the property filter, single family homes, because we want people who live in their own house, right? We need owner filters. We don't have absentee owner. No, we want the owners to live in the property so we can contact the owner. And then we want individuals. We don't want business owners. So now basically what it's going to do, it's going to go to PropWire. It's going to get the deed information for every property and get their name out of it. So we both have an address and a name of the owner, and that it does basically for free. So now we're going to export 10 leads just for demonstration here again. So there we go. We have 10 leads. We allow that. So now we have name, owner name, address, city, state. So we have complete information except phone numbers. So now we're going to enrich these with the next step in the process. So now you see we have 10 leads already acquired here. This is done via Tracerify API key. This costs a little bit of money, not a lot, but you basically register an account, you get an API key, and you put some $10 in there, for example, and then you can use this. And now we're going to get mobile phone numbers for this. And it doesn't cost a lot at all. It's just a few cents per mobile. So basically 9 phone numbers. So now we basically have homeowner direct mobile phones. Now we have name, address, and their primary mobile, which is this one. This is the one you would use, phone. They're all mobile, but just to validate them, run them through ClearOut Phone. Same for the business leads. You need to run them through ClearOut Phone to know what's landline and what's mobile before you SMS to them. So basically now we have also homeowner leads that we can text directly. So we're going to go back to Miro. So we have fulfillment leads as well. That's green. And then we have the same outreach mechanism for these leads. So I'm going to show you exactly how to do this in another video. But I just wanted to go over the B2B, how to get the leads for the businesses that you will reach out to. What type of outreach mechanism is the easiest to get started by far, and how to fulfill those leads. Because I see a lot of videos out there where people talk about this, and they talk about only how to acquire the leads for the businesses you're reaching out to, but they never talk about the fulfillment side. Because if you're starting out and you only use SMS, and you don't have like ads, you don't have email set up, you don't have anything like that set up, you need to have both leads that can be reached out. The businesses you are going to sign up for this, the agencies or the agency clients, so to speak, your clients that are buying the leads from you, they need to be possible to reach to, in this case via text, and also you need to be able to fulfill. So this kind of narrows down also the area you can fulfill, or the type of businesses you can select, or the type of clients. So that's it for this video. Please like and subscribe. I will drop more videos like this. And if you have questions, just let me know. I'll answer everything I can. Cheers.